World Series 2020 coaching live today from Somerset College at Mudgeeraba on the Gold Coast for this round 7 match, our third of 3 between the Ipswich Jets and the Bond University Bull Sharks. The Jets are flying high on second place on the ladder, and they are taking on the bottom place Sharks, who had a last start win, which was very impressive. So it should be an interesting match. My name is Dave Mills. Both teams are pushing for the finals. I'm joined in commentary tonight by the president of the South Coast region, the coach of the Premier League from Bond, Julie Prendergast. Jules, should be a cracker match tonight.
Yeah, it should, Dave. Bull Sharks coming off the back of a win, so we want to see if they can get on a roll. And I think a lot will depend on how the attack end goes tonight. If they can fire, then I think the Bull Sharks will put up a pretty good contest.
So the ladder shows the Cougars on top on 113, the Jets are in second on 88, and it filters all the way down to fourth place being the Thunder, who had a massive win yesterday.
Whoa!
Technical difficulties, incredibly loud PA system here. Stop talking for 3 seconds.
Head coaches Cheryl Burns, specialist coach Nicole Cusack, assistant coaches Beck Foreman and Linda Pearson, and the manager is Darlene Cavanaugh.
So getting back, we'll go with the lineup. So we're going to the lineup. Sorry about the technical difficulties here. The PA is incredibly loud here. We'll start with the Bull Sharks. It's Stephanie Bairstow as the shooter. Alberta Keeney's a goal attack. Wing attack Riley Burns. Kristen Oxenford, the centre, playing 101st game, is the captain. Ava Black, the WD. Emily Gilbert is the
goal defence.
Sinead Grant is the goalkeeper. They're coached by Cheryl Burns. Assistant coach Beck Foreman, and Darlene Karen is the manager. The Bull Sharks bench: Abby Houston, Georgia Fenn, and Casey Collins. I'll quickly do the Jets bench, Jets team for you. The centre is the TS. The goal attack is Rosie Baker. Stephanie O'Brien is the captain in wing attack. Brooke Hams is the centre. Wing defence Neil Wilmot. Siobhan Sherlaw, the Judy, and Bridie Condren is the goalkeeper. Leaving a surprising bench of Charlie Bell on the bench, Caitlin Pollock making her first game this year, and Monique French. Coached by Tracy Jeans-Fraser, Jodie Thomas the assistant, and Robin Ingram is the manager. So we're underway. We've had a goal already.
Yes, I'm afraid the Bull Sharks turned over their first centre pass, Dave, and the Jets capitalised off it.
And Benjamin... We've got to turn that down.
Ooh.
So the...
Oxenford just managed to keep a foot in then.
Falls to the Bull Sharks, and they are.
And there we go. One apiece. Bull Sharks are on board.
We've got to turn that down. It's affecting the sound. So the Bull Sharks tied up at 1. We played a minute and a half. It goes through Oxenford. So it's very loud here, isn't it, Julie?
Sorry.
Yeah, it's very loud in the stadium with the PA.
Sorry, I thought it would be a bit of a joke. The PA is being manned by the very, very enthusiastic Stu Allen, and he is really loud.
Yeah. So the ball with Sherlaw, she finds.
So some really good zone defence by the Bull Sharks here, making the Jets really work for it. Lots of passes, but they're being really patient. There we go, into one of your fave commentators, Lucy Benjamin. And the Jets put it away. And another turnover off the centre pass. So we've seen quite a bit of turnover. So Sinead Grant just pulled up for holding there. Oh, but she manages a tip as Lucy Benjamin tries to play it back out to the circle edge. Some really intense defence going on by the Bull Sharks here. Shanae Grant pulls down that rebound. Now let's see what they can make of it in attack. Okay. Working hard. Just unable to pull off that double play there, even though Black put on a huge burst of speed across court.
And the ball with O'Brien, she swings it to Hams, and there's Benjamin, pops nicely to the top.
And she's popped it away this time.
Accurate shooter is Benjamin, 4-2 early stages to the Jets.
Gaze to break into call there. Let's see how the Bull Sharks go here. Oh, and a little fumble, but Oxenford's pulled it back in. So a little bit jammed up here. We've got a strong diamond defence going on there by the Jets, and turned the ball over. Oh. And we've had possession by Bertocchini called then. Well, Dave, it's been a very unsettled start by the players. Lots of turnovers.
I'm sorry, Julie, I cannot hear you. Same. Yeah, it's the same.
That background interference is translating to the live.
Yes, it has been. I think you said a defensive struggle. Falls to Benjamin.
Sounds like we're penetrating in like a windstorm.
I think we're somewhere in downtown India. So there's a million people apparently. So it's we'll bear with us. Hopefully it's not so bad on Facebook, but we've got an incredible static going through the cans, and I hope that's not being picked up on the sound as we come through to Facebook. So another goal there to the Sharks, ties it up at 4s. We've played nearly 7, and it's 4-all with Oxenford with the centre. And kept in beautifully by Burns. And Bertocchini misses it, but we'll get a second chance. So the Sharks get the lead first time in the match, 5-4. Jets fighting hard through their back 3. O'Brien goes back. Sorry, Julie, I can't hear you. We're not connecting at all. So I'm sorry if I talk over you. I'll watch your lips. So sorry for the technical issues, people back home. We are working on it. Hopefully we get it sorted soon. As a great move there by Baker along the baseline. He takes the shot. So the ball falls to Bertocchini, 5-all. It's been a good match so far, 8 played. The Sharks fighting for semi-final positioning. The win yesterday to the Thunder makes it that little bit harder. They're in 4th on 51 points, and the Sharks sitting on 25. They need this win, and they need to win all the quarters. So.
Nice line move by Lucy Benjamin.
She did well, missed the shot unfortunately. Great rebound there. Shanae Grant, but unfortunately they throw it away. Long pass in, goes to no one. Too much heat on it from Hams. Benjamin, even with all the height, couldn't pull it in. And through Gilbert, we get going again. Looks long. Oh, Brian read it well, but couldn't get there. Ava Black used her pace and elevation. So she's an exciting young player, Ava Black.
She is, and that leap was right in front of where we are, Dave, and it was pretty impressive to see, really.
And the ball falls to Bairstow. Long shot here. She makes no mistake. And 7-5, the Bull Sharks playing with confidence. 2 goals up, early stages. 6 minutes to play in this first quarter. O'Brien picks up the loose ball.
Just had no one to pass it to there.
Charlie Bell on for Lucinda Benjamin. Didn't take long for the coach to make that change.
That was a really confident long ball. Just turned and let it rip.
She's full of confidence, Charlie Bell. Got ice running through the veins. O'Brien calls for it, gets it now, looks down. Struggling to find Baker. Goes again herself. This time to Hams, but Ava Black uses that pace. Unfortunately, it's just out.
Really good use of her outside arm.
Absolutely.
Just couldn't pull it in.
Brian with it now finds Bell. Nice lunge to the top. Kicks it back out to Hams. Bell under the post. Nice play. Great understanding between those two.
Nice vision.
And just like that, it's all tied up at 7s. We've got 5:16 to play. Oxford with the overload centre pass finds Burns. And the ever-present Ava Black drives through the middle channel. The defence of the Jets starting to kick in now.
Yes, they're really making the Bull Sharks work really hard to get past the transverse line.
And 8-7 there, with under 5 to play in the first quarter. 2 competition points up for grabs. And the Bull Sharks want them desperately. Bell again.
Bell manages to lose Shanae Grant on the dodge.
She did. She got through the gap very nicely and makes no mistake in the shot. We're all tied up at 8s, 4:31 to play. This game's got some feeling in it now. Bertacchini looks in, but good hands there, I think, from Condren. Got a hand on that one, forces it out.
Good hold by Bertacchini.
The left-hand shot misses, but great rebounds there by Bairstow.
Just managing to keep the nose ahead. They really do want the points from every quarter.
They do, and there it is. A great intercept by Shanae Grant.
So here we are again, just at that transverse line.
Gilbert's made her way to the starting side for the 3rd week in succession. Holds her place again this week. Oxford, ever steady, ever present, playing 101st game. And Bertacchini.
Now they've opened it up.
Beautiful pass into Bairstow. Unfortunately, misses a shot. It's loose. The ball falls with the Jets for the throw-in. So away we go again through the back 3 of the Jets. Long pass from Hams finds O'Brien. Bell out of the circle. Long pass. Hams does well, pulls it in. Steps around her opponent. Oxenden gets a hand to it. Charlie Bell on the base. But Gilbert making it difficult for the attacking flair of the Jets. Until the obstruction. That was a nice play by Gilbert, Julie.
Yeah, absolutely. The defensive pressure at both ends is intense.
You said something, you saw the for and against, and the Bull Sharks have got one of the best defensive records in the league.
They do have one of the best defensive scores in the league, but they also have one of the lowest scoring stats in the league. So, as I was saying when we started out, much will depend on if they can get the attack end firing. Clearly, they've got the defensive structure and teams that can deliver the ball. Well, they just need to get it in.
The attack's going okay today. They've scored 9. That's about par for them. They normally get between 40 and 45 per game. So they're on track for another reasonably good result offensively today. Bertacchini, this is a big shot and doesn't get it, but Bairstow and Condren knocks it out. So there's a contact call. It'll fall to Bairstow.
She gets it. 10-9. We've got 2 to play in the first.
Well, Dave, it's been a very exciting start.
And there it is. Keeney picks it up. Burns hits the deck. Contact call on Sherlaw. This is a massive goal for the Sharks, and not only in today's game, but in context of their season. They need every point they can get. And pass on the outside. Bairstow works it in well. Smart play. This is a big shot. She gets it.
Yes, that was a big shot.
11-9 to the Sharks. Oxenford with the ball.
If they can put this centre pass in, Dave, that should...
The quarter is theirs.
Yep, seal up the corner.
Oh, great play there. Chris Oxenford shows her incredible experience. Delivers a perfect ball, and Bairstow makes no mistake. Impressive play by the Bull Sharks.
Impressive start.
Big ball into Charlie Bell. She holds the backspace well. Grant makes it difficult. Black gets a hand on it. Gilbert's got it. And possession to her. And away we go. Bertolini, she has it. This would be huge. Unfortunately, it was more out than in, but doesn't stay down.
And
Bull Sharks playing a zone defence here.
Yes, they've got a nice zone defence going. You see them adjusting it to where the ball is.
24 seconds to go. Hams with it.
They're holding them up pretty well.
O'Brien's got it back to Hams. Charlie Bell moving a lot. Positions herself beautifully. We're inside 10 seconds. She rushed that a little bit, but boom shakalaka, another one to Bell.
It was a nice front cut.
And they've called time with 3.7 on the clock. They're going to have to take the centre pass. Hell ball. So that's a turnover, unfortunately. There was 3.7 on the clock, and you only get 3 seconds. Great first quarter to the Bull Sharks, Julie Prendergast.
That was a great first quarter.
So 12-10 is the scoreline. It was very impressive. It looked like the Jets were doing what the Jets do, run away with it a little bit, but the Sharks dug deep and they got it out to as much as 3, had a chance for 4. Couldn't quite get it, but they won. They got the 2 competition points, most importantly.
Absolutely, and they need these points, as we've said. And if they can keep going confidently like this and convert some of those turnovers, it would be good to see them get up at the end.
So we were experiencing some technical difficulties earlier in the game, right at the start of the match. So I just missed a few things. I hope you heard the lineups. We've gone through that. I didn't announce. If you want to contribute to the coverage today, you can do so through the HART Sapphire Series Facebook page, and if you need any of the sapphireseries.com.au, that's where all the news, the draws coming up, and all that sort of stuff. And we will do our best to comment as best we can. Of course, we thank our sponsors, Hart and Mizuno, and of course all the pictures coming to you today from Double Take Sports. Julie, what would Coach be saying? She'd be pretty pleased with what she's seeing.
Well, I think if I was Cheryl Byrne, I would be encouraging the team to keep working hard in defence and to be patient in that mid-air-court area so that they don't fall foul of that intense pressure the Jets are putting on them, which has worked quite a few times.
So Charlie Bell came on about halfway through that first quarter?
Yes, and she shot pretty well as soon as she came on. And I think you said ice in the veins.
So, yeah, she's a quality shooter, no doubt about that.
I think her height will be hard for them to manage as well.
Yeah, she moves very well for a tall lady. I think we missed the umpires at the start with everything going on. The umpires for today's game is Claire Johnston and Rachel Thomas, with Stuart Ting being the reserve. So, congratulations to them getting another game under the belts. And the umpires being amazing this tournament.
Absolutely. You know how you know when the umpires have been amazing?
Beg your pardon?
You know how you know when the umpires have been amazing?
You never
when you don't notice
them.
That's
it. You never mention them.
Yep.
So Tracy Jeans-Fraser having a big chat to her offensive end, particularly the mid-quarters, so she's probably not happy with something she's seen early on. It did seem to get a bit clogged, but I put that down not so much to the Jets not performing the defensive pressure by the Bull Sharks.
Absolutely. Both teams have really strong defensive ends.
Speaking of the Jets, this week Lucy Benjamin and Charlie Bell, Stephanie O'Brien and Bridie Condren all got to play with the Vixens as they prepare for the Suncorp Super Netball Final, which is on next weekend at the State Netball Centre, or the Nissan Arena as it's now known. And of course, don't forget, we aren't broadcasting next weekend because of that final, and we'll be back in 2 weeks' time. So a couple of changes here. Positional change for the Jets. They've moved Hams to wing attack, and they've put O'Brien in at centre. So just a positional change there.
Oh, so Shanae Grant got herself right over that shot and managed to get the shot to fall short and cleaned up the scraps. So turnover straight away.
Great start for the Bull Sharks this quarter. No changes to the Bull Sharks. They seem to be as programmed.
So here we are again, that real stop at the transverse line.
So Bertolini makes some space. Swings it all the way over to Burns, made it difficult for her. And the ball falls to Bertolini. This would be a great start. They turned it over. Fortunate job too hard. Condren gets a hand in, so the ball stays with the Bull Sharks.
So a little around the post throw in there.
Very fancy.
Tricky.
Playing like the Lakers. And Steph Bairstow gets another one. 13-10. It's with the Bull Sharks. This is a chance to get 4 up at the biggest lead of the game. Oxenford chases that down, the 101-game veteran who's all of 24 years of age. The no-look pass probably shouldn't have been thrown. It went straight to a Jets player. And transition time for the Jets. Charlie Bell, a beautiful turn, pulls the ball in and makes no mistake on the shot. Costly turnover, that one, Julie.
It was costly, and they got the ball straight down the court before the Bull Sharks had time to set up the defensive structure.
So Charlie Bell gets another one. Oh no, it rings in. So the margin back to 1. It could have been 4. So back to the basics for the Bull Sharks as they're working hard here. They've had a great start to this match. Bertolini playing the shooter's role. Probably the limit of her distance. A little bit too far. Great work by Bairstow. And we've got a throw-in.
Oh, it was a throw-in.
Oh, we're getting all the way back to the throw-in. So Condren with it now with that massive drive. She's not happy with her team. So the ball comes towards us, Julie.
That was nearly yours to catch, Dave.
So super coach in the Gold Coast, Julie Prendergast, joining me today. And Bell's out of the circle. That's something you don't see often. She wouldn't go that far on holidays, Julie.
Well, they were both out of the circle there.
So long shot for Bell, too far. Baker does well, keeps it in. It falls, but she just went out of play, unfortunately. So the ball will be back with Grant, and she'll get us going again. So 13-12. The Bull Sharks leading. That's the Jets ball, I feel, with Baker. It is. So great hustle there by Baker. One of the triple Bs in the shooting end. Fake pass there from O'Brien, finds Bell a little far out, and brilliant work there by Oxenford. Keeps it into Gilbert, but alas, she did not. Can't see that baseline from here, George.
No, it's a bit far away.
So, I'm getting a bit older, one of the two. So don't forget to join us through the Facebook page, HART Sapphire Series. Anytime you want, drop us a question.
Oh, and Charlie's managed to hang on to that ball under strong contest from Shanae.
So a lead that should have been 4 to the Bull Sharks is now all tied up at 13, and we've played nearly 4 minutes in the second quarter. Charlie Bell misses that one, but she'll get another chance on the obstruction call on Grant. Just losing their way a little bit, the Bull Sharks here, Julie.
Yeah, well, they've had their opportunities, Dave.
So
just haven't managed to convert them. And now they've given up that little lead they had, so they have to work very, very hard.
So remember, they led the quarter by won the first quarter by 2, so they're actually down by 2 in this quarter.
Oh,
and
little fingertip on it there by one.
Bairstow finds the ball on the base, and Condren call for the obstruction, gets a shot, and the 26-year-old birthday girl from yesterday shoots it brilliantly. Happy birthday to Stephanie Bairstow. She only looks 21, but 26 is what I've been reliably informed, Julie.
26. And it would be a great birthday present if they could pull off the win.
It'll be back-to-back wins for the Bull Sharks, and it would be climbing them up the ladder beautifully.
So that pass unfortunately went straight through the hands of Charlie Bell and out the back.
So And the ball through Gilbert, who has no one to throw to, goes long, and the ever-present Ava Black, the girl, I don't know what she has for breakfast, but she's got a hell of a lot of energy. It's more than Weet-Bix, I'm telling you. And it goes back now to, again, the Bull Sharks, this time through Burns. Similarly, they look very similar, Blacker Birds, don't they? So,
yes, they do. Similar builds. And
and both are ridiculously fast. So an offside call there on Oxenford. She felt she didn't go offside, and I tend to agree with her. And again, this mid-court press of the Bull Sharks proving difficult. Benjamin's back on. Looks like Baker's off. So they've gone with the two talls in there, and that's a great drive by Benjamin, and she makes no mistake on the shot.
That was confident.
And for the first time since the 6th minute, the Jets get the lead back, and they now lead by 1. And they lead the quarter by 3. They were going to give you the quarter time scores as much as we can, because it is important, more so for the Bull Sharks than the Jets, who sit pretty in second place on the ladder. Burns, beautiful feed, finds Bertocchini. Is it just me, Jules, or is Bertocchini and Bairstow sort of swap roles? It looks like Bertocchini's playing more a shooting role.
Yeah, she gets in there and she wants to hold the space close to the post.
So we're 15 all. We've got 8:45 to go in the second. A great pass there from Hams, finds O'Brien in the pocket. Bell wants it. Benjamin. Nice rotation between those two. And Charlie Bell misses, comes through for the rebound, and it's play on.
No call.
No call. We've got a throw in.
Offside call, I think, was it?
No, it's a baseline throw in, I believe. There's a clash of bodies. You would have thought someone contacted someone. So
I think the players were waiting for a call.
So ball with Bertocchini. She finds Burns. Gilbert with it wide there on the extreme left of the court. And a brilliant pop out on the base by Bairstow. This is important. She gets it. She gets the lead back for the Bull Sharks.
We were halfway through the quarter.
So Condren's calling time, whether it be blood or... No, it's a timeout. Tactical timeout by the Ipswich Jets. So Tracy Jeans-Fraser not happy with what she's seeing. You, on the other hand, Julie, must be pretty impressed by what you're seeing.
I am very happy that the Sharks are in the position that they're in. I do think that the timing, sometimes the timing of the Sharks' attack end, the leads are a little early. The first lead isn't used quite often, and that means everybody has to rework and reset. So I think if they could just nail that timing a little bit on those leads, we would see a bit more connection, a smoother connection in that attack end. Yeah,
well, they've taken a lot of confidence. I was speaking to the coach, Cheryl Burns, before the game, and they took a lot of confidence in that victory last 2 weeks ago when they went on a 22-4 run. It was very impressive. They just dominated that game. The last time these two teams met was back in round 1, and it was the Jets 57 took care of the Bull Sharks 37 in a bit of a one-sided game. It was the first game back, and you could tell both teams had a bit of rust. And it's a different Bull Sharks to what we saw on that day. That was back in August.
Absolutely. Well, unless something dramatically changes in the second half, I don't think we're going to see that kind of margin today.
Well, I didn't actually, in all the kerfuffle at the start, I didn't ask you what is your prediction for the match. Obviously, you're a Bull Sharks fan. Is that
well, Bull Sharks all the way. My heart would say Bull Sharks all the way, and my head would say if the attack is firing, then they've got absolutely every opportunity to do so.
There's definitely been a tactical change here with the front line of the Bull Sharks. Bairstow is coming out, taking a lot of balls near the transverse line, and Bertocchini is going back to be almost a holding shooter. Misses a shot on that occasion. Condren gets it and gets the Jets flying away quickly. And away we go through O'Brien, and she throws it to absolutely no one, and it's nearly out the door. So a loose pass, something you don't see often from Stephanie O'Brien, the captain of the Jets. They get the ball back. And
they really defensively pushed Sharks to the sideline there, and in any error, then of course no margin for mistakes. It's going to go out.
The Sharks in the blue.
Great outside arm.
To right, and
picked up by Lucy Benjamin and confidently potted away.
Benjamin gets the goal, and we're all tied up at 16s again, and that's the green of the Jets. They're going from right to left on your screen. O'Brien expected Bell to drive the base. She didn't, but they get the ball through a throw-in. Grant couldn't pull it in.
Sinead Grant's doing a power of work on Charlie Bell, and she's getting her hands on stuff. She just hasn't managed to get a possession out of it.
An obstruction call there. Goes back the ball away of the Jets. Benjamin with it, steps in, passes off to Bell. And Bell restores the lead for the Jets. It's only 17-16, but they lead the quarter by 3. It was 12-10 at quarter time.
There's some of that speed of Ava Black.
Seriously, Ava Black should be in the Olympics running, not playing netball. She is lightning.
That was a bit of a Riley Burns sandwich there on the top of the circle.
Bertolini's in trouble stepping on. The contact call on Condon. Bairstow calling for it. Bertolini takes a long bomb and gets the roll.
That got the crowd a bit excited.
Indeed, quite a large crowd here. You guys have done well. Of course, as the Netball Queensland menu, COVID-safe practices are being employed. So the ball falls with Benjamin. She shoots and scores. It's 18-17. We've got 5:23 to play. We now have a tactical timeout called by the Bull Sharks, or is it an injury timeout, Bertie King? No, it's a tactical timeout.
So, well, that's interesting because it's only had a couple of minutes since the last tactical timeout.
Maybe they need an orange or two to get there. Well, they've played quite well this quarter. It's just the Jets been a little bit better in certain areas. 18-17.
So we can see Nicole Cusack, who's the specialist coach for shooting for the Bull Sharks. She's talking to Bairstow there, so she must have some instructions that she'd like her to carry out when she comes back on.
So Tracy Jeans Fraser talking to her Jets girls, again talking mainly to the offensive end. She spent a lot of time there in this match so far, so she's obviously not happy with the way the offense is working. Can you read Cheryl Burns' lips from here? We're only about 30 metres away. Can you read them?
And she's giving Ava Black a pretty good, or actually the defence, and she's giving them a pretty good mandate by the look of it. Some pretty serious discussion and some hand movements. But I thought the conversation that was going on with Nick Cusack with the two goalers, well, let's see what she can inspire them to do when they come back out.
So, of course, Nicole Cusack, part of your extended coaching bench?
Yeah, she's the specialist goaling coach for the Bull Sharks.
Diamond number 102, I believe. And we've had a break. Oh, the coach killer. That's Caitlin Pollock with her first touch this season at this level. She's been in the Ruby side. She's been in this team previously. Got married and had a bub. So she's back in the top side now.
Great roll.
And the ball falls to Charlie Bell. She gets the lead out to 2, 19-17. Expensive break there by the Bull Sharks. And they've done it again, but the umpire missed it. Ball with Hams. Bell a long way from home. And Charlie Bell splits beautifully, gets it under the ring. So 20-17. That's 4 straight now to the Jets. Oxford can't find anyone in the circle, goes out, and an offside there, definitely. That's Riley Burns. Pollock put a bit of pressure on it and made it into that circle. A loose pass here, picked up by O'Brien well.
Those couple of little errors by the Bull Sharks there, well, they've turned it back over, but they could be very costly, and they need to make sure they don't lose contact with the Jets. They'll lose their composure and...
So a missed shot there from Bairstow. Rebound to Condon. Something she does incredibly well. And the Jets are on a roll. Another misread there from O'Brien and Pollock. Pollock's just been on the court a minute. And Gilbert will take the throw in. Danger times here. It's only 3, but you wouldn't want the Jets to get too big a lead, Jules.
No, absolutely not.
And Bertolini gets a contact.
Too far to shoot from there, I think.
Yeah, she gets it in now, much closer. She'll take this one. And that is a Mizuno momentum shift. Breaks the run. And we're 20-18. Hams with it now. The quarter currently belonging to the Jets. They're up by 4. Benjamin comes out, looks long, finds Bell. Great pass in. Cocks that left hand and lets it rip. Charlie
Yeah, she
Bell.
had done a good job of keeping the back space for herself there.
Absolutely, that was a nice pass in. Oxford gets it now, gets us underway. No changes so far to the Bull Sharks team. They're still with their original 7. And the ball with O'Brien. Leah Woolnoll's gone into from wing defence to goal defence for the Jets. Pairing up with Condren, who's out of play. Bairstow steps in, needs this, and gets it. Margin.
And here they come.
Margin back to 21-19.
They've still got enough time to win this quarter if they can get a turnover here.
Make it exciting, and there's your turnover. A loose pass in from O'Brien to Bell. Ava Black with it now. She tears down the sideline like a footballer scoring a try. Bairstow out of the circle, Bertacchini posting up. Doesn't work, loose pass. Black again, this time she cops one from Benjamin, and that's got to hurt her. Benjamin tips straight into the stomach of Burns.
Well, Benjamin was having nothing of that.
Indeed. So O'Brien gets the call. Big play this, 133. Charlie Bell, she gets this quarter secure.
Oh, yeah.
And in a blink of an eye, she does. So
I'd like to see the turnover stats. I think there's been a lot of turnovers from both teams.
there has been, but it's testament to the defence. It's been very hard, both sides. Averaging about 10 a quarter, both teams, which is low for Jets. On par for the Bull Sharks. They get there. No, they don't. They missed an easy shot, but it falls back to them. Burns does well. Bertacchini missed one she should have made.
Yeah, those are the coach killers, those ones.
The 0-footers, as we say in the coaching game. You've got to get your 0-footers. And they get another chance here through Bairstow. Bertacchini puts a hold on Condren and gets the pass. Now, she missed from here just a second ago. Not this time. 22-20, 36 to play. We've got an overload being shown here by the Jets, but they don't go the way you'd think. Hams with it now, finds Pollock.
Oh, Grant out of the circle and almost pulled that off.
Grant comes out, the ball falls with Benjamin now. There's enough time if they score. There's enough time for the Bull Sharks to get one. 16 to play in the half. And away we go. It falls to Burns. She looks in. She's holding it. She finds Bairstow beautifully. Big shot this. Condren swats it, but called for the obstruction, and that is all she wrote for the quarter. So we've got a penalty pass, a shot after the siren. Exciting times, Julie Prendergast.
It certainly is.
She shoots, she scores!
Good stuff.
Bairstow, the birthday girl, 23-21. The quarter belongs to the Jets by 4, so that's 2 competition points each to them. But in positive news, the Bull Sharks are now up to 27 points, which puts them ahead of the Tigers. They've already climbed to 5th. Now they're chasing the Thunder in 4th. So we're going to have a quick time out for a couple of minutes, and we'll work on the technical stuff, and we'll be back shortly with the second half. coverage coming to you all the way from the sunny Gold Coast. Mind you, it is night time here for this last game in the Round 7 2020 HART Sapphire Series between the Bull Sharks and the Jets from Ipswich. Currently, we're at 23-21 at half-time. The Jets won that second quarter by 4 after the Bull Sharks took the first 12-10. My name's Dave Mills. I'm joined in commentary by a legend coach on the Gold Coast. She coaches the Bond Premier League side, Julie Prendergast. You must be pretty happy with what you've seen so far from your team.
I'm very happy. I'm very flattered by your appraisal of me there, Dave, and I'm sure it's overstated.
Oh, Jules, I asked around. That's the common theme.
So I'm very happy to see the Bull Sharks. They've played a great game and they are really in this game. So if they can keep this up and keep firing in the second half, they could pull this off.
So the situation is this. The Bull Sharks are sitting, well, they came into this game in 6 after the Tigers picked up some bonus points yesterday. They've already caught that margin. They've gone to 27 points on the ladder. They're chasing the Thunder, who had a massive win against the Wildcats, the Premiers, yesterday, and they are sitting 24 points behind. Sorry, if my maths is correct. Yes, 24 points behind. So they get 10 for the win. That would make it 14. If they win the next 2 quarters, they'll only be 10 behind. So it's a big game, this. There's only 3 rounds left for semi-finals. So if the Sharks are serious, this is a game they've really got to snatch today.
Yep, they really have to come home these last few rounds with a wet sail.
So they've made no changes to the team thus far. I can't see any changes for the start of the second half. So the Bull Sharks are going to leave it to their starting 7. The Jets themselves have made some rolling subs throughout, but they haven't changed any at half-time.
No, I don't think any changes for either team.
So the second half is nearly underway, and we just need a ball. Oh, there it is. Well done. And a couple of umpires. Here they come. No, we're just waiting.
Everybody's getting quiet with anticipation.
I know. It's exciting times, Julie. Exciting times. And remember, you can join us through the coverage through HART Sapphire Series. That's our Facebook page. Follow us on the Instagram, Sapphire Series Netball. And for all the news, views, reviews, and a draw, go to sapphireseries.com.au. So the ball falls to Bell. Benjamin at GA, Bell at shooter. And Charlie Bell, ring-a-ding-ding, she gets another one. And margin is 3. So
I don't want to jinx it too much, but what happened to the static? Great long.
So we had a tough first half, but the static has gone. So that's very positive. I hope you're appreciating it at home.
And Bertakini misses that one, but she pulls in her own rebound.
And of course, one of our big fans, Kate Condren, saying g'day to us, and g'day, Kate. No doubt looking after your girl, Condren. Being a variety, of course. So she's playing very well. So the ball with the Jets. The margin's 2.
Oh, beautiful athleticism there by O'Brien.
The captain, Stephanie O'Brien, she's a quality individual and quality athlete. So Burnsy cannons that one in. It had heat on it. Come on, Julie, that was funny. Heat on the Burns pass. You're killing me, Jules. Killing me. now you're faking it. So the ball falls to Bertakini. She misses another one she should get. Got the yips at the moment. So would you look to the bench to make a substitution, Jules?
Well, on the bench is young Casey Collins. Yeah. So she just played, I believe, in the Ruby game.
In the Ruby?
So I think she's had some time, some minutes in the Sapphire Series. So if you're wanting to look to see if you could change it, I'm not sure. It is close. They're not out of touch. So whether you'd want to make that change.
Charlie Bell gets the margin out to 4. That's the biggest lead of the game for the Jets. Biggest lead by either side. Of course, the Bull Sharks nearly got to 4. They had 3. Missed an easy shot, and the Jets fought back and now lead by 4. Falls to Bell. She gets another one. That's a margin of 5. Danger signs here for the Bull Sharks.
It is. They really need to convert this centre pass here and steady the ship.
The Jets are high flying right now. Falls to Ava Black. She's got no one to throw to, and Lucinda Benjamin read that like the proverbial John Grisham novel and picked it off beautifully. That's the play of the game for Benjamin thus far, and now she gets it back. She's on a roll here, needs to make the shot, throws it up, it's got snow on it, misses.
I think if it was golf, we'd call it an air swing, that one.
An air swing. Harsh words from Julie Prendergast. And great.
Mind you, I can't shoot to save my life, so it'd be much worse if I was out there.
I'm losing the
Oh, great contest by Warno,
Bertolini, and has been rewarded with the ball. No, she hasn't. It's gone to the coast. So the Bull Sharks through Grant will get us going again. Ava Black wants it, doesn't get it, goes to Gilbert instead. Oxenford and O'Brien contest well. Oxenford comes out the better. That's been a great battle between Oxenford and O'Brien.
Absolutely. I think what I'd like to see a little bit more, Dave, is more than one lead from the Bull Sharks. I think sometimes it gets a bit static, and Oxenford's working really hard.
She is an incredible athlete, playing her 101st game at the age of 24, and she saved that play there by pulling a ball that was going out for all money, and the goal to the Bull Sharks. It's a margin back to 4. A big ball into Bell, and Grant was all over it.
She's a great defender, Oxenford. In her younger years, junior years, she was a goal defence.
Played a bit of Firebirds too, a couple of seasons back. So she's got the goods, as does this woman, Charlie Bell. Shoots and misses. Talked her up, and look what she did.
Yeah, managed to pluck that one over the top of Gilbert.
It helps when you're 9'5", and she pulled that rebound in well, and maintains this 5-goal margin for the Jets. Burns finds Bertolini. They've definitely swapped roles. I'm not sure why they haven't swapped bibs. And the confidence seems to have gone out of Bertolini a little bit. And that's a hell ball. She's missed the last 2 of the last 3 she's taken.
I think, as you put it, the yips, just needing to pot some of those balls, especially when they're close to the post.
So the missed shot's hurting the Bull Sharks at the moment. Margin only 5, but they're down by 3 in this quarter. So
I think another great battle's been the one between Shanae Grant and Charlie Bell.
She's done brilliantly, and that's not what a lot of defenders can say when they play Charlie Bell. She makes a few of them look ordinary.
She's taken that one away.
And Black, she gets it back to Grant. Tight defence here being shown by the Jets. The entire Jets bench has just gone to warm up, so there could be some changes coming.
And there's still 10 minutes to go in this quarter, so plenty of time for some rolling subs. Just a little shove in the back there. Oh, great long distance goal. So Gilbert's off, and Abby Houston is on in goal defence for the Bull Sharks.
Abby Houston had to start earlier in the season. Gilbert's taken over, and we're bringing up the black towel to wipe the sweat off the floor. So
I like how we're making the players do the cleaning up, Dave, as if they weren't working hard enough.
Well, that's McKeely Hock there from the Jets. She's out injured this game. She'll be back next game in 2 weeks' time. Don't forget, we're not here next week. It's the final of the Suncorp Super Netball.
Oh, Shanae Grant just got her hips around Charlie Bell there and got the deflection.
So, brilliant set move there. That was a set move by the Jets. Brilliantly executed from the baseline throw, and the margin back to 5. We're 9:17 to play in the third championship quarter. Oxenford with it, finds Bairstow. Brilliant play, set move again by the Bull Sharks. Nice play that. And margin is 4. They're hanging tough, the Bull Sharks, Julie.
Yep. They're still playing with a lot of composure, so that they don't look rattled. That was out of court, so here's an opportunity.
This is it. They get one back here.
What can they do?
Oxenford finds Gilbert. Gilbert's replaced Black at wing defence. So changes are plenty at present.
Got to say, the rolling subs are hard to keep a track of.
Not a fan, I won't lie. So love it as a coach, hate it as a commentator. So Houston is in on GG. So ball falls to Bertolini. Hasn't taken a shot for a while. She still wants it. Now she posts up. She's open. There it is. This is a big shot for her to get her confidence back.
Now she's missed a few from here, so it'd be good to see her pop this one in.
Players both out. She gets it. She gives herself a clap. Confidence has returned. Ella Bertolini. So 29-26.
So Bairstow's out, and as you pointed out.
Yeah, it's a strange tactic that you get your GA to play like the shooter. And she's been called for the contact, stepping into a player. Condren with a massive reach on her. So that is her go-to move.
Well, that was a pretty easy passage for the Jets down the court. It was 4 passes to the circle edge.
Do you think that the fatigue factor is kicking in for the Bull Sharks? They've worked so hard. They've defended brilliantly thus far.
They have. We haven't seen a lot of fresh legs on for the Bull Sharks. We've seen more of the rolling subs for the Jets, so I don't know whether Coach Cheryl Byrne will pull the trigger.
Between the legs by Hams. Impressive stuff, that. So Gilbert called for the contact on O'Brien. And Charlie Bell posting up, looking for the high ball. O'Brien sees her, fakes one, it goes back to Benjamin. Nice play by her. And she takes a long shot, but there's a contact call on Bell. She was shoved by, I believe, Grant. And the umpire standing right in front of her did not miss it. So another goal there gets the margin back to 5. They're hanging tough, the Bull Sharks. You just feel if a turnover here can really probably see the match unravel, so they've got to keep working hard. Bairstow with it.
Yeah, they need to score off every one of their own and affect a few turnovers.
Oh, Bertolini misses another easy one, but she'll get a second chance on the obstruction. There's a lot going through the head at the moment. She just needs to relax, breathe, and get that shot, which she does on the second attempt. Margin is 4. Ball with O'Brien. Hams does beautifully.
Some really strong hands over the shot by the Jets as well. So
sure. So, brilliant drive. Lucy Benjamin owned the baseline then and gets the goal. Speaking of young players, you guys smashed the state titles 3 weekends ago now, winning the 16s and the 18s. How good was that?
It was great. It was great to see all the young players, working really hard. That the associations in the region do a great job bringing up juniors. There's a really big junior population for the Gold Coast region, and the associations work really hard developing those players and bringing them through so that the Bull Sharks can have such a great depth of young talent. So it's a great outcome for them.
And one of those young players, Gilbert, there just attacked the ball, forced the turnover, gives the Bull Sharks back the ball. Oxenford fumbles, falls to Hams. And a bit of patience being shown here by the Jets, slowing the game down. Not that you want to slow down a Jet, but anyway, we are right now.
Well, it's the third turnover in this one centre pass. And we've been up and down the court, so it is tiring for the players.
This time Bell scores, 5 to go, 6 the margin, ball with the Jets, danger signs, Bull Sharks. Great news if you're a Thunder fan, because they may not get this match, which means you'll remain in 4th. And the Sharks through Oxenford, digging deep. They've fought and fought and fought. It's been a great battle thus far. Still a quarter to go, +4. And Oxenford shows her class again. This time O'Brien shows her class, but called for the contact. Did you think that was contact, Julie?
It was hard to see from this side of the court. That's the tactful answer,
Sitting
Dave.
on this fence, Julie Prendergast. I'll call it wasn't. So, ball with Bairstow.
She's been good. She hasn't had a lot of shots in this quarter.
That is true.
And I think that's up because of that manoeuvre that you've been calling out, where Bertolini's been dropping back into the circle.
One of the great game analysis people. So, the ball with Benjamin. She throws a little one just to Hams. Hams looks in, finds Benjamin. No, fakes it. Grant did brilliantly. She's there,
Behind
she needs
her.
it, gets it back. Oxford had nowhere to go but back. So Grant did well. She runs into her own player. Houston puts her on the deck. So Houston, we have a problem.
Not a lot on offer here. Then Gilbert comes down and backs her up.
So Oxenford, it's been a bit scrappy, but it works. Bairstow comes out, gives it to Bertolini, and throws an air ball. So,
well, one each end.
There we go. And the ball with brilliantly O'Brien through Hams, looked magnificent, onto Bell. Charlie Bell, as cool as you like. She's got ice going through those veins.
So that was a bit of danger sign, I think, for the Bull Sharks.
Showtime steps into a player and called for the contact. Waldo had position. Bairstow tried to do a layup like LeBron James. Unfortunately, it didn't come off for her. And the ball back with the Jets. They've increased the tempo, you can tell, can't you? The Jets are playing at a much higher rate at the moment. So,
there's been a lot of loose balls, though, Dave, and that sometimes is the outcome from such a fast period of play.
So Ava Black's gone on in centre. Oxenford has gone to the bench, I believe. Yes, Black's on at centre. Oxenford to the bench for the Bull Sharks. The most experienced player is off, and the young, incredibly quick.
Oh, that one went through
Black
quite a few players and into the hands of Riley Burns.
Burns picks it up. That's great. Burns and Burns and Black are going to be in the same area. That won't confuse me at all. So Bertolini passes off. This is her favoured spot. Oh, and an all-round good shot. It went round the world a couple of times, but it went in.
Almost like cling wrap around the top of the goal.
Like cling wrap on a toilet seat. So. There it was.
Great reflexes.
Brilliant effort there. Finds Gilbert. She looks long to Burns. Besto gets it. Bertolini in the ring. They don't find her. They find Black instead. But
great
Pollock
deflection.
gets a hand in. Oh, I nearly touched the game ball. That would have been exciting. Hello, Abby. How are you? So, Abby Houston gives us a big smile. Swings it to Gilbert. Emily Gilbert looks long. And this is the definite tactic. They're putting Bertolini under the post on Walno. I'm surprised that the Jets don't swap as well.
And
the keepers
another
stay in. And
short ball.
A missed shot falls to the Jets. And they are burning up the court. Benjamin takes the big leap in. She looks, she shoots, she misses. But gets the obstruction call on Abby Houston. And misses again. This time Grant picks it up. Gilbert. They're playing a bit of ping pong netball at the moment, backwards and forwards.
Yeah, both defence ends have been causing a lot of disruption and turnover.
So 35 goals for the Jets. That's down on their season average, but testament to the defence of the Bull Sharks. Bertolini was posted up. The pass from Burns couldn't find her.
There was a bit too much on it.
But too much Weet-Bix, and we go back with Condren. The best keeper in the league. Pollock thought she was going to replay. Didn't want to touch it, but did. No call from the umpire.
So really need...
Charlie Bell.
Oh, little contact on the arm there by Grant.
Juggled it like a circus clown and gets it, shoots. She copped one for her troubles. Cops another one from Houston.
Runs through, gets her own rebound and puts it through the net. Now, that goal... Oh, we see Lee Alder in at centre for the last minute of the game for the Bull Sharks.
Last minute of the quarter.
And the ball's gone out the door.
Probably should have closed that, I reckon. Just putting it out there. Perhaps we should close the door, and that would stop the ball from going down the stairs. And it's going a second time. Oh. Down it goes. So a little kid of about 7 chases it and pulls it back in for us. So,
that was
great
a
pass.
Good split.
And the miss. No, it's in. It took its time, but it fell. That's the 30th goal for the Bull Sharks. And Monique French has come on. She'll just hang on to it, and does.
So centre pass will stay with the Jets when they come back on for the...
So another 9-goal quarter to the Bull Sharks is not enough, because it's a 13-9 quarter again, this time to the Jets, and they increase their margin to 6, 36-30.
Well,
opportunities for the Bull Sharks went begging there, Jules.
Well, the tactic of getting Bertolini underneath the post was working. She was just getting the ball under there, just unfortunately not able to convert them. So it'll be interesting to see if they maintain that tactic. And I think we were talking at halftime, or at one of the breaks, we saw Nicole Cusack talking with the two shooters. So that may have been her directions that...
Maybe Nicole shouldn't have, because they missed some shots. Stop talking, Nicole.
Well, and I think, as I say, I think the tactic worked well, isn't it? They got the ball
the tactic's
into
a good
the
tactic.
circle.
It creates a mismatch. It gets it gets Condren out of the circle. So the tactic is good. It's just, unfortunately, they're not getting the shots in.
Haven't managed
so
to just
whoever
capitalise
thought
on
up the
it.
tactic, genius, and it's just not being delivered by the players at the moment, and that's unfortunate. And that's a frustration of the coach sometimes. You come up with a great plan, you know this, you're a coach, you come up with a great plan, and it just doesn't get executed the way you want it to. But the Jets haven't been able to get their flow on, mainly because of the defensive pressure brought by the Bull Sharks. Yeah,
incredible defensive pressure both ends. So I'm not sure what the stats look like for Jets defensive effort throughout the year, but they're putting on a really good display.
Absolutely. So just to recap, this is our third game. Yesterday the Cougars took on the Tigers in a pretty good game. The Cougars copped a spray from Liz White, you would have seen earlier, but they took care of that one. And then the big one was the defending premiers got done by the Thunder from the North Coast. They lost 47-41. The Thunder were impressive, particularly down the stretch, considering they are a ridiculously young side. They played way beyond their years, and Coach Passion was incredibly impressed by his side, taking on the very experienced and defending premiers Wildcats. Cougars were far too strong for the Tigers, 66-51. The first, I don't know if you saw the game, Jules, but the first half of that match was probably the best first half I've seen in a long time. They scored 42 goals in 30 minutes, and they were like a well-oiled machine.
I did watch the coverage, and it was great to see Riley Holland back out. And of course, the Tigers had Riley Batchelor coming back. It was a battle of the Rileys.
From the busted knee 12 months ago, she put a thing on Facebook thanking all the people that helped her. So if you get a chance, look that up. So it's great to have some of our young talent back on court, back from injuries. Absolutely.
It's a long road back, and it's great to see a lovely young player like Riley coming back off the back of that kind of injury.
The season's on the line here for the Bull Sharks. They've hung tough. They're only 6 down. They really need to win this last quarter and the match to maintain pressure on 4th spot, which is owned by the Thunder at the moment. And a replay ball there from Monique French. She's coming at centre for the Jets, and starts with a replay ball.
Now I wonder, will the Bull Sharks keep up with that move where we have the shooters playing?
Not on this one, they haven't. No. So Bairstow's gone back to the shooting role. Bertacchini drives round, but picked off by Sherlaw brilliantly. Pollock with it. She's played big minutes this game, Pollock, and she's doing extremely well. Come up from Ruby. Charlie Bell drops one she should have caught.
I think she was already thinking about turning to shoot.
I think she turned her head before she'd even touched the ball, let alone caught it. And Grant finds Gilbert. Great work there by Hams, but Gilbert picks it up. And Black's gone back to wing defence. Oxington back on at centre. Adler didn't last too long. Burns has played the whole match at wing attack. So the front three in Bairstow, Bertacchini and Burns have not changed at all.
I think that was a bit of an optimistic speculator, that ball.
Indeed it was. So they're in the zone, but the Jets just fly through the middle through French. She's touched it 3 times. Eventually it falls to Hams. Hams to Bell, who passes it unselfishly to Benjamin. And Lucy puts it in. Went for the high five. No one touched her. Nothing more embarrassing than that. So
here comes Ava Black. Out for that centre pass from the wing defence position.
Last quarter, this is a big one for the...
Some pretty heavy no-go there.
Bertacchini and Sherlock bumping. Looked like they were dancing, weren't they, in the nightclub back in the days when you could dance in a nightclub. So
don't tell me you're old enough to remember the bump.
I wasn't going to bring that. It's a family show. But we're not going to bring that up. But yeah, I am. You can do the hand jive too, right? That falls with Bell. We digress. Gilbert. No, there's a call. That's a bummer because Gilbert was away.
You can see the Bull Sharks are just working really hard in defence. They know this is a crucial point in the match.
It's a crucial point in their season. It's going to be tough if they lose this one to get to 4th. And Bell, despite all the dramatics, doesn't get the call. It falls to Grant, and away they go, the Bull Sharks. Like a great white through the surf, they fly down the court.
Burns has a look into the circle, didn't like it.
Here's the switch with Bairstow coming out. Brilliant work by Pollock. She's on the court. Sherlock comes through the middle as well. This is a great effort by the Jets. Monique French gets it, looks in, can't find anyone, goes long to Bell. It's not a bad tactic, that. And Gilbert called for the contact. She gives away about, 18 inches?
It's a pretty good tussle down there, though.
She's hanging tough. So, Caitlin Pollock, hand in.
Tips that one away.
It's great to see her back. I coached her as a junior at the Lions when I was there a long time ago. She has played in this league before, but
now it looks
did the
like
obligatory marriage and baby.
Gilbert might have put a foot over the line or incurred some sort of infringement on the other sideline there. It's hard to see. That was a turnover.
Oxington call for the contact here on French.
Great challenge.
Ball falls to Benjamin. That's a long shot for her, too long as it turns out. And the ball's kept in by Gilbert. Contact on Benjamin. And the Bull Sharks get an opportunity. They're 9 down. We've got 11 to play. Season on the line. Ava Black gives them that energy boost. If there's any...
So the Bull Sharks reset then?
If there's any energy companies out there looking for a spokesperson, Ava Black's your person. So give her your energy drink. She'll run all day. Bertolini with it now. Shoots and misses yet again. Unfortunately, the Yips have got her in this game. Second part of the third quarter and the start of this one. Bell, on the other hand, turns and shoots.
Rubs a bit of salt into the wound.
Oh, it's salt and it's metho and it's all sorts of things. That one really hurts. That's a 10-goal margin. We've got 10 to play. The rule of 11 will kick in soon. And Hams pulls it in beautifully. Charlie Bell, long-range shot. Boom shakalaka, misses everything. And the ball falls back to the Bull Sharks. We've seen a few areas tonight, haven't we?
We have seen a few areas tonight. I think what we should put that down to is just the strength of both defence ends.
Oh, stepping call here on Gilbert.
No,
an offside. No. Contact. We got it right eventually.
Offensive contact.
Yeah. So, yeah, you're lucky to see two a season, and we've seen 3 in a match. So... But the defence has been high. And Bell did brilliantly there. Created the space. She went from one defender to the other. Positioned herself magnificently. And Hams the feed finds her.
They're out to 11. We really need the Bull Sharks to score on this passage. And a deflection
Condren
there.
says no chance, but it falls to Black. Down to Burns. Back to Black. That's quite hard to say quickly. And Burns with it now. Looks in. No one there. Has to swing it across to Oxenford. And Bertolini needs this for a confidence, not only for herself but for the team. Misses badly, and it falls to Bairstow. We'll put that down as a pass. And there's a Mizuno momentum shift.
I hope so.
So, of course, join us in commentary through the HART Sapphire Series Facebook page, and we will respond to anything you send us, so long as it's polite.
And another ball out the baseline. You were saying it's not often you see so many air balls for goals, but we've seen a lot of balls out the baseline too in this game.
Indeed we have. This is a magnificent venue, so there's nothing wrong with this lighting or anything like that. So Black does the old
speed.
give and go, but called for a footwork call, I believe. And that could be the nail in the coffin for this game.
So Bertolini is leaving the court and Casey Collins has come on in the goal attack position.
So Collins to GA, Bertolini to the bench. She's not a happy camper on the bench, you can tell. She's gone straight to Nicole Cusack. And another goal with Charlie Bell.
So Lee Older has come in to play centre and give Kristen Oxenford a little rest. I don't think there's been any changes for the Jets.
Is that a sign that perhaps the coach has said the game is done?
Or looking for some fresh legs?
Again, sitting on the fence, Julie Prendergast. So Condren gets it. Collins couldn't pull it in. Churlo to Pollock. Big minutes for Pollock. Come up from Ruby. Monique French, she's been in the team every week. Hasn't played a lot. This is the most she's played this season. And doing well. Another one of my former pupils. Monique French. And there she goes. Couldn't pull it in. Didn't learn that from me. I would have taught her to rip it in. But the ball back with the Bull Sharks.
Taught her everything she knows, except that.
Except that, exactly. So, she went to Victoria for a few years, so I blame them. So, yeah.
Good double plays. Lee Older, she's a smaller player, but she has amazing elevation.
So Oxenford had no time on the bench. She's replaced Black and gone to wing defence. You guys certainly get your money out of Kristen Oxenford. So, a long shot there, misses, and Bairstow misses 2 in a row, can't be pulled in by Collins. Churlo with it, Hams. Brilliant work by Adler, but she's going to be called for the contact. French looks in, finds Bell. And Bell doesn't want to shoot from
that,
there.
really. I think it was actually meant to go to Benjamin.
Beautiful baseline drive by Benjamin, shoots high, misses. And Gilbert gets it enough on it to make it fall to Sinead Grant, who tells Charlie Bell to stand out of play, please.
So 11
The margin is
and
11.
6. So it's a possibility. We just need a real run on.
You are the eternal optimist.
Condren doesn't like to let my plans come to fruition, though, as she gets that good stop.
So Bridie Condren does well, and another turnover. There has been a lot of loose passes, as you say. And great
Beautifully
take there.
taken. Comes Kristen Oxenford again. She's imploring her team to come forward.
Fires a cannon down to Collins. A bit too much heat on it for her. Obstruction call there on Bairstow. Benjamin a long way from home. Goes long on the pass. French does well, but contacts. No, it's on Adler. I would have gone the other way. Thoughts, Jules?
Yeah, I thought Leolda had the front there. Shanae Grant gets the turnover the other way.
So Older does incredibly well. Charlie Benjamin gives Grant one for her troubles. He was never going to get that ball and just went through with it. Oxenford looks long, finds Gilbert. She's had a good match.
There we go. Casey Collins going to put up her first shot.
And misses, but gets her own rebound well over Sherlaw. Condren now with the big stretch. She passes off to Bairstow. And she gets it. So after the bright start, the goals have dried up for the Bull Sharks. They had 12 at quarter time, 21 at the half, and only 32 now with only 4 to play. So it's been a poor
rejection
in the
by
third quarter.
a rejection by Shanae Grant. So opportunity to score another one here. Shanae Grant's had a great match.
Indeed, she has. There's a lot of great defenders going around in the keepers, and she's one of them.
Equally, Bridie Condren's had a great match too.
Yeah. So
Casey Collins hits the deck. She's up though.
she gave the floor a fair clean there. Falls to Bairstow. Condren, that elevation forces a missed shot, but gets a second chance.
Okay.
So
9. Here we go. Timeout is called
Timeout
by the Sharks.
With 3:46 to play, they have to score 3 goals a minute and hope that the Jets don't score another goal. It's a tough ask, Julie.
It is a tough ask at this point, Dave. It would be good, though, to make sure they don't let it blow out. You want to finish strong and take that with you into the next match.
Well, that's what they brought, that confidence from their last massive victory. They brought that into this game and started well. They won the first quarter 12-10. Probably could have been more. We were saying it could have been a margin of 4 or 6 even.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, just the shooting yips have hit the circle in the third quarter and definitely in the fourth. And unfortunately, that's where it's happened. Like the goals have dried up. They've scored only 12 since half time, and that's just not enough at this level, at this league.
No.
So looks like Baker's coming back on for the final 3 minutes. Who's going off? Is it Benjamin? Yeah, it looks like Benjamin's coming off. Bell will stay on. So we got 3:46 to play. 3 very important minutes for the Sharks for their season. 3 games left. That means there's a maximum of 54 points on offer. They need to get a majority of them to make the semis, because the Thunder, the ever-improving Thunder, and speaking to their coach yesterday, he said that they're going to get better once the Suncorp Super Netball finishes, because he's had so many of his players attached to the Lightning. Now that the Lightning are unfortunately out, there's a good chance he'll get them back and he'll be able to work with them and get more production from them. So the ball falls with Gilbert. Bertocchini's back out there at GA. Good move that by the coach to get it back out on the court. Needs to get the confidence up for the next one. They look long. They find the post.
Oh.
Bertocchini does a bit of a replay.
Oh.
Thought she was back on the basketball court.
Didn't quite manage to pull it in.
So Woolno's come on for at wing defence. And don't know what's happened there. Hams has got it. It's a bit messy at the moment. Falls to Charlie Bell, looks for Baker, takes a shot herself, misses. The ever-reliable Grant gets another one.
Another great rebound.
She's tried and probably had a pretty good match on Charlie Bell, which not a lot of people can say they do.
They need to clear this defensive pressure that the Jets are putting on.
They're swinging from side to side, not going down the court. So Alder with it, looks in, finds Bairstow.
Great work.
Not sure
Alone under the post.
Not sure if that's where it's supposed to go, but who cares? The goal scored. Margin is 8. We got 2:31 to play. Sherlaw with it. She'll take the penalty pass. Hams looks in. Great drive by Baker, ignored. French picks it up, but gets the contact on Lee Alder. Lee Alder, it was a soft call. You're unlucky there. French just was a bit lazy to the ball.
And a contact off the ball.
Bell says, thank you, I'll have that.
Bell the ball under the post and pot it away. So 9 is the margin.
1:51 to go. I think they can start thinking about next week, or actually 2 weeks' time. Don't forget, next week, Suncorp Super Netball final at the Nissan Arena. We are not performing. We'll be back the week after. Baker, she hasn't played since the first quarter, I think, and gets it in there to Bell, who makes no mistake. Margin 10. It's starting to blow out a little bit. Probably not a fair reflection on how hard the Sharks have played today.
It's been an absolute battle, and it'll be really good for the Sharks to get that margin back to single figures.
Well, they got a chance here, and they sent a pass next. Could get it back to 8. Burns, I don't think she's had any time off in this game. Great effort from her. And the ball falls to Bairstow, the birthday girl, passes it back, but Condren, as she is known to do, gets in the way of it. Oxenford at wing defence does well. And Bertacchini and Walno go at it hard. So
here we go.
A massive shove
that
from
was
Condren.
A bit of a shove.
A bit. Seriously. That looks okay on a football field. And the ball knows, and it falls back to Bairstow. Lays it up. She makes no mistake. A la Gretel Tippett. So she tried one earlier. It went horribly wrong. That one was brilliant. And Bairstow throws it in again to nobody, and picked up by the Jets. So we're in the last
few minutes, hasn't it, really?
It's been a wild ride. So we're on the stormy Gold Coast. It's fantastic. So we've got 5 to play, 5 seconds that is.
Lovely tip.
Call. So Baker will have the last shot of the game. This to make it 45. She looks in, she shoots, she misses.
Sinead Grant says none of that.
It was an air ball. That's the 4th of the game. So the margin of 9 means that the Jets win the last quarter as well. So they pick up 16 competition points for this one. The Bull Sharks did well in the first, winning the first quarter by 2. Unfortunately, it's difficult from the Sharks from here. Like, they really needed that win to set themselves up for the rest of the season. It's going to be a hard slog from here.
Yeah, it will be a hard run home. I think we were right at what we said in the beginning, which was if the Bull Sharks shooting end fires, then they would have had every chance to win that game. So just unfortunate that they couldn't carry that performance from the first half through to the second.
And Gary Passion, the coach from the Thunder, has just sent us a message. Congrats to the Jets. He's very happy that they got up. Great fight from the Bull Sharks. But he was very happy that the Jets won that one. That helps his team out immensely. So, so best players. Let's talk about that. So let's start with the Bull Sharks. Who do you think was the best for them?
Look, I think it'd be hard to go past Grant and Oxenford. They both, I thought, gave it all and caused quite a lot of turnovers and worked really hard. So I thought, for me, they were the two.
Absolutely. Sinead Grant made life very difficult for Charlie Bell, and that doesn't happen often. So to get on, I wouldn't say she got on top of her, but she made things very difficult for her. And the scoring productivity for the Jets was down, and that had a lot to do with Grant. Oxenford, what do you say about Kristen Oxenford? Like, she's brilliant. She works hard every game. She never puts in a bad performance.
She's a solid soldier. She's a solid soldier, that one.
I'm a massive fan of Ava Black. Like, the energy that girl brings to the court. She might lack a bit of panache and class, but she is just so strong for your side. So she did well. Best for the Jets?
I really liked the strength that O'Brien brought into the mid-court. She had a lot of speed and power. Bridie Condren was equally doing the bookend job. So, I think they were up against each other, those four players there.
Yeah, Stephanie O'Brien, another one of those players that very rarely plays a bad game. Bridie Condren, the keeper extraordinaire, incredible reach, made it difficult for the shooters, particularly we have to say Bertolini. She had a bit of trouble with the shots there towards the third and fourth quarter, so that had a lot to do with Condren and the pressure she puts on. So next week, as we say, we're not here. We'll be off for 2 weeks. We've had 3 games this weekend, and as you can see there, the Cougars took care of the Tigers yesterday, 66-51, 47-41 to the Thunder, and today's game was the Jets, 44-35. There's your live table. Cougars way out in front. The Bull Sharks, with the win in the first quarter, get themselves up a spot on the ladder, but they're a long way from 4th, and that's where they want to be. They have to chase down the USC Thunder. That matchup coming on later in the season, so that should be a very pivotal game. So, Julie, thank you for joining me in commentary today.
Thank you, Dave.
Excellent. That wraps up today's coverage and the 3 that we've done this weekend. Thanks to our sponsors, HART, Mizuno, and, of course, all the pictures being provided to us today from Double Take Sports. My name's Dave Mills. We'll be back in 2 weeks' time. Be brilliant, Brisbane, and bye for now.